Damn, and I said a mouthful too, huh? Sprinkle frazzle rats. My greatest hope is to find a relationship like that. No more hoping. Go watch one of my videos, Shantassa. There is no more hoping. You are a god, damn it. Make it happen. You don't know how? Give me a call. I ain't fucking with you. I say nice things about others and bad things about myself. This is definitely the issue. Yes, ma'am. And now it's no longer the issue because you just spoke it. If you can identify something, the brain automatically sees the solution. You have to believe in yourself. Listen to what I said. Every problem that you ever see with your own eyes, you automatically 100% know the solution. You have to be patient to procure the information that's already inside you to move around the knowledge. How do we know this? There's nothing new underneath the sun. And so once you see that sad problems, stay patient, stop moving, close your eyes, use your mind's eye, meditate, and you'll see the answer. But everybody wants everything right now, and they have not had enough experience to operate at that speed right now, right? And so a child was like, I want to walk, you can, just give it some time. Give it some time. And once that child starts to walk, they're forgetting it before you know it, they're running. So a lot of people are like, I want this, I want this, I want this. You are going to get it, but that, damn, give it some time, give it some time. And so cognitively, it's the same thing. And so now you've identified a problem. I say things negatively towards myself. So what's the solution? From this point on, don't say those words. Say, I say only positive things to myself. I don't know if you've seen my book suggestion when it says everyday email kuye, where it's training through auto-suggestion. And so every day in every way, I get better and better. You say this 20 times in the morning. You say this 20 times in the after, 20 times before you go to bed. And you say it just the way I'm speaking to you now, as if you're having a full-blown conversation to yourself. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. All you're doing is utilizing affirmations towards your subconscious. So the repetitiveness, this is why manifestation works when it comes to money, or manifesting your dreams, or manifesting your man, or having vision boards, because the repetition of constantly looking at it. I've helped people manifest their dream, fill in the blank. And it's not a factor of if it can happen or not. It's more so, are you patient enough to watch these things happen without feeling like you need to listen to the voices of anybody else? Because all they're going to do is get you off track to what it is you truly want to do. So now that you see this issue, you said this is definitely the issue. My queen, you definitely have the fucking solution. Elevate yourself to seek me. Elevate yourself. The love you seek is seeking you. Yes, knowing that you already have what you desire. I think, therefore, I am. Yeah, it's volatile. Love that so much. Thank you, Fantastic. Thank you, Amber. This is true. I have been impatient and have allowed less. Yep, there you go. Come on. Hey, girl, keep on talking like that. You're going to start shadow working. What shadow work? Right here. I'll walk you right through it. I ain't lying. Yes, say it and believe it. Then be patient. Your answer's already in the question. Yep. Peace out forever. Appreciate the love. Thank you, girl gone mad. Appreciate the love, Forever Young. I'm waiting for the comments to load, y'all. Yes, say it and believe it, then be patient. Yep, your answers are, yep, peace out. Okay, I'm going to do. You're also amazing. Thank you, Fantastic. Hey, what's up? All you need is love. You're welcome, B. You do have the solutions. Right live and now. Right live and now. True abracadabra. There you go, Jody. You hear it. You hear the magic being spoken. Lies have been glitching for me lately. I can't see no one. Oh, I'm sorry. What about now? All you need is love. 11:11. Are we making wish? Oh, was I? Oh, I was like, I didn't feel like I was a little channeling there. A little channeling. Yes, it works. It must have been because it was just 12:12. So Yes, 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 it works. I love this so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Yes, I love this moment, ladies and gentlemen. I love this moment wholeheartedly. Whoa. What was the name of the book? Email Kuye, auto suggestions, training through auto suggestion. And so it is, correct? Thank you, Jody. So when people say, there's so many ways to manifest. This is why people have secret groups. This is why people have secret societies. This is how certain cults and stuff get started. And so when somebody says to you, thank you, or blessings, or end something in a positive way, it's way deeper than you may ever imagine. This is why it's the energy. So Jody had said affirmations, and so it is so, and so it is. I speak, and if there's people, okay, check how scary it gets. For those who believe in God, we send our prayers to Him. We send our energy up to God. And so what we're looking for is an answer. What we're looking for is a solution to whatever it is that we say we're having problems with, right? And so for those who believe in God or whatever other entity, you pray and you look for Him to, and then He says, bless you, my child, or thank you, my child, or whatever, to make that prayer concluded, if you will, to make the prayer complete. And so you send the prayer, you wait, you manifest, you wait, right? When you understand it, like when you really understand all of this, when you speak positivity, when you're being kind and courteous to people, and somebody says something like thank you, that's why I said thank you can only coming from a loving heart. Because if you thank me, you love me. Because showing gratitude cannot be shown from a person who's being negative or ugly. The energy won't vibe right. So you may say the word, but the energy is not received. And you can block energy when you understand a little bit more. You can block energy. But on a positive level, if I say something positive to a person, let's just say a loving person, right? And they're vibrating that good energy, and they say something like thank you, or so it is, or so it is so, what they're doing is literally sending you actual blessing energy, which increases your vibration, which increases your ability to manifest, which increases your manifestations to get to you quicker and faster. This is why we pray in groups. This is why we come together in church, to raise the vibration collectively. And people can be that strong as a person by themselves. This is why they say the power of being alone will get you to attract the right people once you trust your energy. So when someone says thank you, somebody says something nice to me, or somebody says something like and so it is, what's happening is that you're believing in the energy that I possess, regardless if I know you or not, and you're sending back loving and healing energy. This is going to create a web of energy between people, and that's just two. Imagine a whole community in love of people being continuously sending each other's blessings and love from that angle. When you get past the people, you get this vibration from animals, you get this vibration for plants, you get this vibration from every other molecule that exists in the universe. Why? Because God, for those who believe in it, the level of creation itself, not that He's doing some puppet magic, nope, because everything was created out of love. And so when someone's being kind to you, ladies and gentlemen, it's way more powerful than you actually could ever imagine. They're sending you loving and healing energy. ... Footnote. This is why they tell you, once again, be careful about the people you hang around with, because you can speak negative energy. So thank you, Jody. For those who's constantly sending me those blessings and that gratitude. Once again, I am a man that is very mindful of the energy that I send to people. I'm cognitive of the things that I say. I try to be very aware of the energy that people are lacking and desiring. When I learned that we're supposed to be a service to others, I do it effortlessly. When people give it back to me, I love without expectation. So when I receive it, it's always a blessing. Yeah? So thank you. The process. This was my talk and self earlier today. Ooh, my right ear, ringer. I am in the space of manifestation. Good, Flies. What's going on, Peaches? Exchange hope with believe. Yes, there you go, Stacks. Do you have the same name on YouTube? Yes, all of my accounts I got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I have a Reddit. Everything is #UseLoveFirst. Or just use love first. Someone wouldn't let you put hashtag. Got some good news. I got some good news. Got some good news, y'all. I'm gonna wait till the comments go down though. I think it's automatically saved lives for the next 90 days. Really? On TikTok? You meant devil? Thank you, Amber. Appreciate the follow, Miko. Thank you, Fantastic. Yes, he made an impact on me as well. Oh, thank y'all. I appreciate it. Nope, not a problem, Bitombo. I'm just going to call you Tone. Marry you later? I'm no longer a fan of marriage. It's you know what? I'll make that a topic. I'm no longer a fan of how the world taught me what marriage was, right? If you ask me what marriage is, it doesn't fit many other people's views to marriage. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But I can honestly say my whole week has been totally different. Good. There's this new featuring Save Us. What? No way. What? What? I understand you as much. Wow, I was thinking that I was too kind. I was getting tired of always being the nice one. Don't ever get tired of being the nice one. The nice guys, I'm telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen, there's a power kings and queen that is mind-blowingly powerful. And it's called love. Was the response, you are a part of my session? What you talking about, Jax? Thank you, Fantastic. When their actions, omission of truth hurts me. You're welcome, Amber. I have been kind. I thank them for the lessons. My new moon day has been... Is today new moon? Is that today? Is that what's happening to me right now? What's up, love? I think your message just came in backwards. What is your take on retrograde? So a lot of the information that I'm learning to be is intuitive / someone said something. And so I hardly understand retrograde. I do notice that whenever someone talks about retrograde and energy, it does make me realize that my emotions are high. But because I've mastered my emotions of level of observation, I've learned how to, I said this in my other life, I learned how to be completely sad and happy at the ability to look at my sadness from a perspective of, oh shit, I am so fucking sad right now. I have not been this sad in a long time. I'm living. Or so angry, you're just like, wow, I really cared about that. Like because when you get angry, you don't have to drive your car off the bridge. You can sit down and let the emotion pass and see that feeling, see that energy, see that passion, and not feel bad for being alive, and not feel bad for feeling sad, and not feel bad for feeling anything of that nature. And so when my work was coming in, because I had some crazy throwbacks come through, I had some shadow work. I was like, dang, some stuff I hadn't discussed in a long time. When it comes to retrograde, I feel like it's life is a game, and your retrograde is where you go to do your cleanup for your next level. Right? Life is a game, and a retrograde is where you do all your cleanup. I'm like, all right, you ready for the next level? Can't take that. Can't take that. I know. You can't take that. Yeah. Let it go, baby. I know. You can't take that. All right. Here's your new shiny armor. You didn't know you was going to get that. I know. Here's your new sword. You didn't know you was fighting. You ready now. All right. Here's your new. Don't worry about that. And here's a partner. Calm down. I didn't say marry her. Shit. I said a partner. God damn it. Just be easy. And so that's how I'm looking at these retrogrades, because every time I would get one, I would clear some things out. I'm just like, holy shit, what is happening? And it wouldn't be like a little thing. It would be like my ideas, the energy, the authenticity, the consistency, the ability to move and operate and talk about love for those who've been following over a year and a half straight. Every day I talk about love. You hear what I just said? All day. All day. So I actually enjoy retrogrades, but because I am who I am, pain is not pain. It's just another form of communicating to telling you what your body needs. It's not you. All screens have the loading sign for me. I'm sorry about that, love. Third level is this, the Leo liar saying, it has pulled me back some random people that I forgot about, like each day, right? Cleanup time. No. Still in healing. Janks, when we talk about healing, you're not healing. You're healed. If you speak it, so it is. So if you're healing, then you're right. If you're healed, then you're right. Here's the funny part. Who can tell you you're healed? Don't worry, I'll wait. You're not healing. You're healed. It's like saying, I'm birthing. You're birthed. You're born. You're not healing. The day you were born, perfection was created. Every day from that point on, you started to die. So this is why they tell you, every day is a gift. Henceforth, why they call it the present. Every moment you are alive is you also dying. So why not do what you want to do and stop pretending that tomorrow is promised. Stop pretending this very next second or moment is promised. Stop doing that. So you're not healing. You're healed. But who am I to tell you? You say you're not healing? All right. Are you not healed? All right, fine. I agree with you then, love. Word, I can relate connecting with my emotions and being in gratitude for the ability to feel good, wasted body, right? The solar flares affect real emotions for empaths. Yeah, I was going through it, y'all. It was some crazy stuff. Yes, oh my gosh, you said my name perfectly. Oh, good. How do people normally say it? You ain't missed nothing, VF. What's going on? Yes, it was just released a few days ago. Fix together, shoot, I'm here for this. There you go, Amber. It's hard to decipher whether you are being used or a simp. Not anymore. I got the game for y'all. I ain't playing. Stay tuned. Appreciate the follow, Joan. Do share your good news. All right, so the good news. All right, let's talk about marriage real quick. Let me give you a little tidbit. Let's say this is a business meeting. I want y'all to take this little fun fact. You're the CEO of your, whatever your name business is, right? You're sitting at the table. You come in to your guys or your girls and you say, listen, y'all, got some good news, got some bad news. You're going to leave that meeting eventually. When you start the meeting off with the worst news. Because you have people who are listening to you. So psychologically, you're affecting their emotions, despite whether they agree with it or not. They're going to have some type of reaction towards it. If they're emotionally mature, then they'll be how they are naturally from the time they were born to that moment. And so they'll respond in a mature fashion. If they're emotionally immature, then when you share that news, they respond accordingly. And so if you share the bad news first and everybody gets into their feelings, right? But if you share the good news last, that feeling becomes soothed over. Switch it around. Share the good news first, yay, and then share the bad news and you say, have a good day at home. Just fuck that whole evening up. Why don't I like marriage? Or I shouldn't say necessarily like. I don't care for how people view marriage because marriage is a contract, and the contract has rules and stipulations. I don't have rules and stipulations in any relationship that I have. I abide by my own rules in the way that I feel about people. And when I started to realize that how I feel about people is okay, I started to realize that people were not operating by feelings. People were doing things only by standards. Have this money, have this job, have this face type, have this butt, have this breast, have these type of things. When you get married, I've been married twice. When you get married, to me, it's a relationship where I do all I can to support your quality of life, to support what it is you want to do. I don't complain about shit. I don't whine about shit. I move as fast as fuck. I go as hard as I can. I do it at any time of the day. I don't complain for any direction on how you feel that you want to live. As long as it doesn't hurt me or you, we go rock out. That's not what was happening in my life. What was happening is that I would do all these things and I would say, hey, can I lick your elbow? And I'd be like, nope. I was like, oh. I didn't know that I was supposed to have my joys and my pleasures as well. I had no idea that you're supposed to search for my joys as much as you're supposed to search for that newborn infant you brought home. I'm supposed to have all of my joys and things fulfilled just as much as anybody else. But what the world has tricked us into believing is that we're supposed to deal with pain. And I ask any mother or father who has a child, what day did you stop loving your child? Don't worry, I'll wait. I have 5 children, and there's not a day in my life that I don't love my children. That's not saying that every single child is here. It's not saying that every single child is going to get the same amount of love. I'm going to do all I can to love my children, irregardless to how anybody else view how I am as a man, how anybody else view how I am as a father, how I am as a soldier, a Marine, a bodybuilder, adoption, foster care, no mama, 2, 3 mama. It doesn't matter what another person says because I operate solely off my feelings. In relationships or in marriage, you should want to support your dreams and hopes and aspirations and be understanding to that person in their life, man or woman. By you being supportive, it's no different than when your child starts to grow, you only do the positive things that helps your child feel safe in the relationship between mommy and dad or mommy and the child. In your relationship, if you don't feel safe mentally, physically, socially, economically, and when I say economically or financially, it's not that the person has to have money. It's more so of that they have financial responsibility. That's maturity, if you will. You don't have no money. I don't give a shit. But can you still manage what it is that you have? Or can you still manage these things? Whether it's money, whether it's with your relationship with your mom and dad, with your children, baby daddy, exes, it does not fucking matter. When I got married, every single time that I got married, I would have, why are you like that with him? Why are you with her? Why do you have a picture of her? Why do you have this? Why do you have, right? And I'm just like, why can't I just simply be happy? What am I doing wrong where you feel like that my actions have to be changed or adjusted based off of your view when I don't ask you to change a damn thing? And so when I realized that I was getting into relationships and people were always trying to adjust and view, and they didn't do it on purpose. Understand, this is not a complaint towards the women. This is a realization towards many relationships for me, is that we're only taught to do things from the relationships that we've had seen, our mom, our dad, our friends, and people of that nature. If you've not seen a healthy relationship, you're not going to necessarily know how to be supportive to other people. You're not going to necessarily understand that when a person is having a complication or a problem, you're supposed to be helpful towards them or give them guidance. If you can't help that person in your life, point them in the direction to someone who can. The name of the game is to share love, not keep it, not hide it. And so this is also where I started to realize that a polyamorous relationship is more suitable for me. Not compatible for how people look at life and pass the judgment. Suitability for how I am. I have 5 children and 4 children's mother. I can promise you I will have a greater success and quality of life by having more than those people or women in my life versus someone who's being married to me and saying that I have to do all these other different things. Once again, these are my experiences. But for most marriages, it's a contract like a business. And I just don't see why. If you love me, you don't need no paper to tell me I'm your son. You don't need no paper to treat me like a king. You don't need no paper to say you love me. You don't need none of that shit. But yet, here we are, and people constantly do it. But yeah, so the good news. Hashtag USELOVEFIRST is official on February 14th. right? So my friend, she did some. I love this chick, man. That's pretty dope. For those who know Deidre, I'm telling the business. So she went ahead and did my LLC for me because we was going through back and forth with some stuff, and so we were talking about her business and everything, and all of a sudden she sent me the text and she was like, "What's your information?" And she made it happen, y'all. So I was like, it would be dope if you can get it for February 14th, Valentine's Day. Use love first, and she said done. I was just like, all right, man. So that's the good news. I'm very stoked and excited about that. There's constantly more and more changes. I'm reaching more and more heights myself by being present with you all. But that's the good news. Yes, don't procrastinate. Tomorrow is always coming, but never arrives. Yep, facts. No, you're welcome, Jenks. Made me realize I want more from the guy I've been kind of seeing. Good, there's nothing wrong with that realization, love. What's up, Parplex? You are healed. There you go. A grown man, always the best. Facts. Ooh, I see it. Throw me to the next level. What? Throw me to the next level and give me all the weapons. That's what's up. I have been destroyed, and now you shall be rebuilt. Thank you, Amber. Now let me hurt myself through BS interaction. Thank you, user. Thank you, appreciate it, GG. Somebody said something else about how to identify from, simping and all. I got some information for you. I just wish that if they wanted anyone else, let me make my choice. I got you. What's up, Ressa? Good evening. I told him I don't know cause my past. No, you're welcome, Amber. Thank you, love. I love unrequited. Just a relationship pushed and wasn't literally or real. That is the idea he gave me. I gave the same literally. Some people's emotions. My parents didn't ever heal true. I used to have a waking dreams for the future. I never understood it till later. And I can also, that's the only way to have it. Never been married. Is that something you desire, Jenks? Thank you, VF girl. This Pisces, I'm a psychic empathic goddess. Some of y'all comments be coming in like, this Pisces, I'm a psychic empathic goddess. Appreciate it, love. Thank you for sharing with us. No, not a problem, but Tom. Bet. I'm just gonna stick with the bet. Let me see, we got another name in there. Better. I like better. Thank you, Wasted Body Jewelry. I appreciate it. Thank you, Better. Let's have some fun, shall we? You can have the perfect relationship. You have to be 100% you. Okay, got you, Janice. There's no other way to have the perfect relationship. If the way you treat yourself, remember, how you treat yourself is a relationship. How you speak to yourself, how you talk to yourself, do you take yourself out on dates? Are you compassionate about the things you enjoy? Do you have fun? Do you do things where you feel like you're trying to increase your quality of life? Do you have fun? Do you put yourself in view to being important simply because you exist? If you can love yourself that fucking hard, like through that type of thoroughness, when someone comes into your life, you're gonna love them the same way. But for some reason, ladies and gentlemen, woo, for some reason, you forget how to treat yourself in the process of loving other people. And it's the most confusing thing ever. And so, Janice, we are now dating, okay? I'm dating you, and I do all my actions in my head. I'm 100% kind to you. I'm not doing nothing nasty, mean. I'm loving you full blast. I ain't holding back. As soon as I do something you don't like, you're supposed to say something. As soon as something happens that you do not like, you are supposed to say something to me. Kyle, that action, I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel scared. Can you help me understand what it is I'm seeing? I'm confused, or what have you. This happens if you're being loving to yourself. So when you have a fear about something, you process your emotions. You sit there and you make the decision if it's something you want to continue or not. You don't force yourself to do stuff you don't want to do. If you do, you are suffering. That's literally you causing yourself legitimate harm. Look at it in the sense of physical sense. Do you want anybody to force themselves upon you physically? No. You don't want nobody to force themselves upon you mentally. Right. The times that you force yourself to push yourself past something physically or mentally, use the gym as an example. This weight is, for lack of better words, too heavy. And so you build up to the weight because there's a desired goal at the end of you going to the gym. I want to have a six-pack. I want to have biceps. So you keep dealing with what you call pain. And after a while, it's no longer pain. It's a way for you to feel and how to adjust your body while you're in the gym. Relationships are literally the same exact way. I know how to treat myself in the gym. I know how to prep for the gym. I know how to lift weights at the gym. I know how to take care of myself after I come home from the gym. I know how to do these things so that my gym experience is a good gym day. I'm in a relationship with you. I've said something that's caused you pain. Don't push past it if it's not something you feel like you have to do. All you have to do is say, that hurts. By you not being vulnerable to me, you're doing nothing but harming yourself. Here's how. This thing that I do, it seems small and insignificant. And today is day one. We're together for a whole year. And I do this thing once a day. Once a day. You say nothing. And each time I do it, you get angry, upset, it bothers you, it messes up your mindset, your energy, it affects the way you're seeing things, you're starting to think differently about me, and all you had to say on the first time was, Kyle, that thing that you do, can you help me, baby? I ain't feeling it. But you waited for a whole year, now you snapping on me, now you mad, you sitting here saying, well, you should have known. I'm like, regardless if I knew or not, you never said it was bad. I only continued doing it because I thought this was acceptable behavior. If you felt like it was a bad thing, all you had to say was, I'm done, or no, don't do this. If I don't respect you, clearly that's not a relationship you want to stay in. If you feel that thing and the person, or me, is loving you, sweetie, I did not mean to hurt you. When I made this action, when I gave that energy, my intentions were to do this. A loving relationship, like, baby, I knew your intentions were to be helpful. I knew your intentions were to be loving, but it did cause pain. Hey, I don't want to do that no more. Let me know what's a better method. Why? Because we're a team. We don't have problems. Problems have us. In every single relationship, the reason why relationships fail is for one reason and one reason only. because people are afraid of being vulnerable to their partners and saying that this hurts, in fear of rejection, in fear of he's gonna leave me, I don't have no money, or I won't have a place to live, or whatever the case may be. The funny part is that you always knew how you wanted to be treated. You were just taught to hide yourself from when you were a little boy, when you were a little girl. Instead of you saying, mommy, daddy, it hurts. Mommy or daddy, I need help. You feel like the person's supposed to mind read you like they are your mommy, like they are your daddy. When you got a whole mouth on you and all you got to say is, baby, that shit don't feel good. I can't make you do nothing. And so if I'm clapping and it hurts your ears, and I clap every day, once a day, and every single time I clap, you sitting here flinching, and I say, sweetie, you okay? To me, I feel like there's pain. You say, nope, I'm fine. There's no reason for me to stop clapping. So, and for a whole year straight, now you're looking at me. This is going to cause you to tear at that one thing, which will affect work. Hey, how you doing, girl? Oh, my man get on my nerve. He always clapping. Now you brought that negative energy at work. Now somebody's talking to you about the situation. Girl, man, fuck that, Now you have that going back and forth. You have no good quality of life. Now your children are seeing you. Mommy, what's going on? Your daddy over there clapping. I'm mad at him clapping. Mommy, I can ask him to stop clapping. Nah, don't worry about it. And all you have to say is, baby, I'm uncomfortable. Can we talk about this? I enjoy our relationship. Is there something we can do? If a man and a woman could do that in every situation and being vulnerable from moment to moment, you will never, ever have a bad relationship. Ever. The person could lie to you 100%. I give you an example where I use with an ex. I said, I love you so much that you could give me AIDS. I could be on my deathbed because you were cheating and being unfaithful to me. But because of how I loved you unconditionally. I loved you without expectations. You lied to me to my face, and now I'm sick because of you, and I got 72 hours. But you think that I'm gonna be mad at you. Who's to say that this wasn't what's supposed to happen? Who's to say that I was supposed to live this long? Who's to say that I was even supposed to meet you? You think you're in pain, but to me, I was in heaven. People call love like that crazy, but isn't that what we all are when you love somebody that much? Because you're not looking for someone to love you back. You don't believe me? Then you're probably that parent who looks at their child and say they don't do shit for you. You don't love your child because they can love you back. You love your child because you're loving. So if you're not loving me that way, it's the same thing. Every relationship we have, look at the person in your life like a child. I didn't say treat them like a child. Look at them like a child. Make your decision as a woman. But when you do it as a beast. You can have a perfect relationship with every single person. All you gotta do is express your vulnerabilities and your desires. Whether they like it or not, that ain't even your fucking problem. What, you say you're confused or confusing? Did it make sense now? This is so cute, so real. I did. Kyle, I did. I set the standards. Did you see all the way through though? Once you set your standard, listen, I don't have to set. Okay, give me a minute. Let's reach through these comments. What if you do speak up, but their response is not? The whole time, apparently, I didn't see the sign. It does take two, one-sided. Yes, oh my gosh, so true. Thank you, Mimi. I resonate with that, but we can't fix them, just ourselves. Why do you feel like we need to fix people, y'all? Ain't nothing wrong with nobody. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how silly it is. Let's say we go out on a date, and you do something I don't like. I said, don't talk to the waiter like that. That's not, I'm gonna be honest. I would ask you, seriously, why are you talking to the waiter like that? Let's say you're rude. For those who's ever experienced, let's just roll this and make it simpler. And I would ask you, like, why are you talking to the waiter that way? Whatever you tell me, I'm gonna say, that reason is can I treat you that way? And then the person will be like, well, I don't want to be treated that way. Okay, cool. After they say they're stumbling no, I would ask them, you think everybody treats everybody the same reason or the same way per reason. And so you talk to the waitress nasty because of what they said. But you didn't have to. You could have said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and go. We're good for the night. Have a good evening, leave a tip or not leave a tip. You could have choke slammed them, drug them up and down the restaurant, mud stuffed them in the face. But if you're not very mindful to the fact that you control your actions, only you, I would tell you that will conclude our evening. 100%. Because in my mind's eye, you're an adult. And if you're unaware that you're hurting this person and you think it's allowable behavior, that means that if I was in that situation, you would have given me the same energy. Why would I want somebody in my life who's purposely being harmful to somebody when the person might have been on their feet all fucking day? They might have just got cursed out by their manager. Their child could be sick at home. But instead, you'd rather be negative, for lack of better words. I can tell you right now with so much confidence, you can go ahead and walk away from that relationship. Now, before you do, be a gentleman or a queen in this fashion, and you say to that person, is this how you desire to be treated? Guide them. If that's not how you desire to be treated, how do you think that person should be talked to then? Every person in our life, you have a reason of being there. Not every man you meet is going to be your husband. Not every woman you meet is going to be your wife. Sometimes you are the teacher. Sometimes you are the student. Sometimes you get with people and you're just supposed to build with them. Sometimes you get with people and you're literally just supposed to be so you that you learn how to be the next level you. And you don't have to have a wife to do that shit or a husband to do that shit. When I say any relationship, y'all, I mean any relationship. Nobody's broken. Ooh, child, don't put me on the blast like that. I spoke and it didn't matter. Ask them what is wrong. Hey K, how you? Okay. Hey K, how you? Hey K, how you love? I'm trying to use your method. Use love first. Let me damn it, K, like tennis. God, it's good. The Sylvia, you doing that talk to text thing again, girl? You know that be messing my brain up. Not everyone finds the words. True. I caught the lie on last Friday. Do with it. You're just gonna let him disturb your peace like that, or are you hurt? What's up, Destiny? I know that. Glad I'm joining some serious knowledge here. Thank you, Blender, for noobs. Hint, kindness kills, honesty kills. I'll make you your haters teach. Sylvia, you doing it again, girl. I know the truth sets us free. Hi, queens and queens. What's up, Viv? What's up, Third Eye? Please elaborate, and thank you for elaborating that I'm on that subject right now. I would love, honestly, closure. Folks, cowards. Yes, makes sense. Good, Amber. Wow, thank you, Mimi. Beautiful brother. Thank you, Stevens. I found when I was not looking true love in Memphis. Thank you for being here. Thank you, La Sylvia. People in the room. This is a good man. He's smart, man. Thank you, love. Appreciate it, La Sylvia. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm just saying thank you for the help along the way. No, by all means, love. I know we get jumbled up in there. Appreciate the follow, noobs. So, Jenks, think about it like this. Every person that's in your life, you can love them. There's nobody you can't love. Right? Let's go this direction. The complication is that we expect people to love us back. That's why I say look at everybody as if they were a child. A child cannot love you back. They can't get up and be like, hey, yo, appreciate the milk. Tastes pretty good. It was a little too warm, but it was cool. I appreciate it, right? You're gonna love that child and you're gonna rush for that child to be happy and do all you can to increase that child's quality of life, because the child cannot talk. So you're going to offer things, and you're going to be slow and methodic and pay attention and be mindful towards your baby. But that's day one. When does that freaking behavior stop coming to the child's life? So my brain said, well, it should never stop. And so if I, as a father, am loving my child like this, all right, he's day one infant, I'm still loving my child the same way. I haven't done anything different. I'm just loving the shit out of my child. All right, now he's in a relationship. Well, what kind of person do you think he should be with? A woman that's going to love him for who he is. Because of how I am doing, how I'm raising my son, is for him to discover himself as a young man. Teaching him the ways of the world only in view to reality is towards his perception. To know that he doesn't have to feel good or bad towards anybody else's movement. This how he feels is how he feels, then his fucking feelings matter. But if the person in his life is not going to make his feelings a priority, then that means they're not going to make him a priority. Because I'm teaching him how to operate off his feelings, like how all the other animals in the world operate, with the ability in this cool thing we call communication or effective communication. And so when you're in a relationship and that person is being treated this way from a child, they're going to look for that naturally. They're going to look for that naturally. This is going to help them feel wholesome and home. Because now they're like, oh, but this is how my mom and dad love me. This is how my sister loves me. This is what I feel natural with. The people we get into relationships with, we expect them to love us the way our parents loved us. We don't do it on purpose. But we expect them to love us the way we learn love, for lack of better words, whether it's grandma or whoever gave you your blueprint to what love is. Baby, if they don't love you, you can't make them. You can give them $1 million. They can throw it in your face. You gonna stay there? You can feed them food. They can throw it across the room. You can keep feeding them, but don't be surprised if they throw the food again. If they do something that you don't like and you communicate that I don't like it, that automatically sets a standard inside your mind, and y'all don't even paying attention. It activates your central nervous system. Oh, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel good. And so where do you get your feelings from? Your central nervous system. You don't believe me? Think about it. If your nerves were shot, you would not feel nothing. You would feel numb. And so you trust your feelings, which is from your spine. This is why they say have a backbone. All of this is going to be felt regardless of what another man or woman does, because you're trusting your intuition. Your intuition gets fucked up when people lie to you. You feel this intuition. You're like, you okay? You're like, yeah, I'm okay. All right, if you say so. Then time goes on, and all of a sudden, they looking at you like, well, you don't care about me. You don't check on me. You're like, why you say that? Because you don't ask me if I'm okay. Well, every time I say if you're okay, you say, yeah. I didn't stop asking. I started to ask you why you kept saying you was okay, and you're lying to me. But now you're mad at me because I keep asking if you're okay. I had to change my intuition so I wouldn't feel like you were not okay. And the time that you're okay, because you're so used to lying and not being expressive to your emotions, now I'm the bad guy. Your central nervous system lets you know how everything feels. The wind, the smell of things, the sight of things, the sound of things. You can smell something like, that feels good. Off a smell. When you start to identify that your emotions are vital, they're the key to everything. No different than a child who screams for their milk. You will not question if what you feel is wrong or right. At all. You literally would be able to tell the person in front of you this doesn't feel good. If they do it again, they did that shit on purpose. I don't know who else needs to hear that. If they done it once, it'll never happen again. It'll never fucking happen again. If they do it 2 times, it won't happen for the rest of their life. Well, do you really feel like seeing if it's going to happen a 3rd time? Fuck it, let's stretch it out. So it happens 3 times. Now what do? Now they're still doing the same thing they did the first time, but you never said anything. So they're continuing in their brain to say that this is an okay action, whether it's lying to you, cheating on you, stealing from you, hurting you, playing games, manipulating you, whatever the thing is. You never said stop with the, hey, if you continue doing this, here are the consequences. Which, by the way, I don't do standards in my relationships, or I don't put boundaries in my relationships. I stay what it is I want. I desire A, B, C, and D. What are you willing to do? Sounds good to me. This is what I'm willing to do for you. You cool with that? Well, let's rock out with our socks out. Ladies and gentlemen, if somebody is doing something to you against your will and you've told them that you don't want them to do it, I don't give a fuck if it's your damn son or your daughter. I don't care. I don't care if it's a job and they're getting 6 figures. I don't care. You're communicating to the world and telling the universe that you can be treated any kind of way and you will not protect yourself for your own standards. If you can really chew that in, start applying compassion towards yourself, you keep your energy high on love, and the people around you will move differently. Speak once. You can whisper your desires. You should be able to tell your significant other, sweetie, I would like to do this. And automatically, planning should go into effect. That's it. If you can't do it, you'll find out in the process of trying to. Not being able to do something is not because you're not really able to do it. Maybe the resources are not there at the time. Maybe the time frame that you was trying to shoot for is not realistic enough. But that doesn't mean that we don't try and sit down and have a chance to reach our goals. Most of the people that I help don't love themselves. And so they beat themselves up and waiting for someone else to say, hey, you can be happy. Because you forgot that from the day you were born, your love, your energy, your life was searched for and rushed for in a healthy environment. When did you stop receiving that love? The job of your mom, the job of your dad is to teach you how to love yourself in their absence. Bible speaks about it. That's what your parents are supposed to do, is teach you how to love. Not just others, yourself. That's it. So if you're in that situation, you have to ask your significant other, hey, we need to talk. And for those who heard me tell this to you, if somebody says, let's talk about it later, they're telling you to your face, I want to plan for problems in the future. If somebody says, no, I want to talk about it later, they're telling you to your face, I want to plan for problems in the future. I want problems for the future. And everybody knows that when you're supposed to do anything, you're supposed to do it when? Now. So don't look for problems. But when problems come upon you, deal with them ASAP. So your future can continue to be bright. Things don't get better with time. You have to get up and do something, even if it means thinking. Does that make sense? Whenever I tried this, I tried that, have you tried saying no? If you said no and they continued, then it's not their fault. If you said no and the person in your life is continue hurting you, it's not their fault. Because you're communicating physically, yes. You're verbally saying no, but you never left. So physically, your body is saying yes. And if they're not respecting you, why the fuck are you still there? Respect yourself, kings and queens. What's up, Alicia? Thank you, LaSylvia. Love you too, love. That's a good man. Thank you, love. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm just saying thank you. Nope, not a problem. Yes, well, I always catch this live. It brings me back to life. Good, love. I like that. It's okay to love from a distance. It's always okay to love from any distance because it's never going to be right. It's always going to be right. Okay, but if it's annoying and you get tired of hearing the same thing, then that's you getting tired. Make a decision to no longer be tired. Say, baby said you telling the truth. Okay, it's not always making them apply or tease something. You forget dead men have feelings too, because ding, 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 you just said it not true, because that is types of love. Come on. I'm trying, LaSylvia. I'm trying, love. Feeling it's first, then always say, yeah, cause I know you love me. Facts money can't buy true love, it's priceless. Said to me, take your feelings out of it. My intuition told me different. There are the bad guy cause they lied. Taste blue. James, you go, girl. Have we had a one-on-one, Janice? Y'all don't get it, boy. This is why I enjoy my dark stories now. There's a lot of people that causes harm. This is how I talk to my soldiers. Are you mad at Sergeant so-and-so? Go whoop his ass. Go whoop his ass. I'll get in trouble for letting you whoop his ass, but go whoop his ass. No? Shut the hell up. Right? Understand what I'm doing. And so what I would tell him, I said, if you go whoop his ass, you got to suffer the consequences. And so what happens to our brain is that we don't think it all the way through. The person lies to you. You have to ask your brain, what do you do when someone lies to you? Do you do backflips? Have fun? I love you so much because you lied to me. Or do you say how you feel and you make the correction? You do not have to force yourself to ever be unhappy, y'all. Somehow the world has got people to feel like you must be unhappy. Why are you settling? I do taste blue. Why are you settling? Okay, so how do you accept that you're the bad guy for being real? I'm trying to tell. Who says you're the bad guy? And if they do, who cares? No one cares that you're a black man, LaSylvia. No one cares that you're 3 feet tall. No one cares about these things. If it brings value to you that you're a black man who's 3 feet tall, then fine. So be it. You be a black man that's 3 feet tall. Tell them, Kay, I went off and honestly, it felt good. That's so awesome. I like blue hair. I love y'all. You have given them permission to allow, yes. Okay, but why do we have the mindset of insanity that we keep on going back, hoping something is different? I think that's where you were going. Barry burns in the water. Going to be sane, but it's just this insanity. But it hit me so hard. Oh, Sylvia, girl. A blessing to me. Thank you, love. But there's always that one person that can teach you. Everybody teaches true love. They teach it from their perspective. The power is, can you share your perspective effectively? Everybody loves perfectly, but the key towards it is, can you share your love effectively? That's it. That's it. There's nothing wrong with how you love. It's who you love. There's some people who fucking hates dogs. There's some people who freaking loves dogs. If you like dogs, don't hang with people who don't like dogs. Go hang with people who fucking love dogs. You will have a different world, a different conversation, a whole nother dimension. And so when you go hang out into the world of people who don't like dogs, they'll be like, I don't like dogs. You be like, that's interesting. I fucking love them. Everybody teaches loves LaSylvia. Right, easier said than done, Kyle. Make perfect sense. Thank you, Mimi. It's not. Easier said than done is a curse. To say the word, it's easier said than done. The trick is to know that once you say it, it is done. For the awakened ones, the enlightened ones, the gurus, the people who get it, when you say it, it is done. The reason why we say it's easier said than done, because that is a view to negativity to get other people to not reach their full potential. It's not just easier said than done. When you say it, it is done. Be careful what you say. Wait for the comments to load. I appreciate y'all joining. Energy, love. As long as you operate positively, the people around you will respond accordingly. You feel like the word accordingly means positively. That's not what I said. As long as you are being loving, the people around you will respond accordingly. And how they respond will let you know your next movement. But if you do not treat or trust your intuition, you'll fuck up all your movements. Every time. And don't get it twisted. Like, I get what you're saying, easier said than done. I've learned we're not being taught the right way. That's it. We're not being taught the right way. I'm telling you to your face, all you have to do, and it's the gurus, the book, everybody will tell you. Those who believe it, they get it. And they get to sit back and be like, Carl, I wish I could just do it. Yeah, no. Shh. Just say it. And stop feeling like it's not going to happen. Say it with conviction. Shut your mouth out. Focus on the things you have in front of you. I want this type of man. I want this type of woman. I want this type of lifestyle. Be quiet and pay attention to your immediate surroundings. Now, show gratitude. So when you get that feeling to do something, intuition, you let your intuition feelings guide you on what to do. And no matter what it is you do from your intuition to your feeling, this quote unquote time and moment, your now, will eventually get to your new now. The process of doing that now to your new now in the future is that you are just constantly being a loving individual until you get there. You continue showing gratitude in all that you do. Do not put yourself in the position that you are a lack of. You're full of abundance. You're full of ideas. You're full of joy. You're full of experience. You're full of so much love. But because you got to the world that they get to tell you how you feel, how they get to tell you how tall you are, they get to tell you what beauty is, you believe in that shit when you truly have all the answers. Where? Inside of you. This is why they say, look at the man in the mirror. If I had y'all in the group, I would tell you right now, whatever excuse of why you're not happy is coming out of your potential mouth is true. Can you tell me why you are happy? It's usually silence. That's so disturbing. Sad, actually. When I now know that happiness is a thought. And that's why we have TVs and people trying to brainwash people, because if you understood that all you had to do was fucking think positively all fucking day, your energy in your body would switch and change. It would vibrate. You would do more things. You would dance. You would laugh. You would go running. You would get in shape because you're moving, and all you want to do is feel that feeling. And all it's because you love yourself. The people around you are going to be like, shit, I want to move with you. If they can't, they're going to get left, boo. They're going to sit there and feel like, oh, you left me. No, I just grew. If you're not happy, it's not because of anybody alive or dead. It's really because of you. Usually first, I'm truly changing in ways that is making people uncomfortable. They be all right. They be all right. When I say as long as you're not hurting yourself or others, I'm talking about physically. You can hurt people mentally, but you start with using love first. So somebody says, I don't like the way you are. I don't like the woman you are. I don't like the man you are. You don't owe them an apology for any level. But if you're loving to them, say, what is it about me through my existence, since the day I was born, that's causing you some type of feeling? It's making you feel like I can't. My happiness is making you unhappy? Oh, no. I'm confused. Thanks, Jax. I love you too, love. Thank you, Gigi. Hey, Lisa, what's up, love? Take responsibility for self. I'm sure what you was going for. Why it's not fair. Why it's not their fault, because it's too much. It's much more easier to blame somebody instead of taking care. If you say it's easier, it is easier. It's not easy for me to blame anybody. I literally repeated what people did to me. Kyle, it's your fault. It's your fault. Well, why is it my fault? Because you said it's my fault, and it's not my fucking fault. That's why it's your fault. I know it's not my fault. I didn't know how to express that it wasn't my fault. That the reason why you feel the way you feel is that by your perception of reality, and it might be true, you do see a 6, I do see a 9, but that doesn't mean that I have to believe in you. I can believe in me too. And so if you feel like that who I am by existence is a problem and you can't find happiness, get the fuck out of my life. But if you can't have that energy and stand on your own love as a man or a woman, no one is going to take you seriously. How can a person feel protected when the person doesn't even stand for themselves? If I'm in a relationship, then I stand for us, but I can't stand for us by myself. Yes? If you can't stand for yourself now, you won't be able to be in a relationship where a person can feel comfortable that the relationship will stand. If you yourself are not feeling stern as a man or a woman, how can you feel that the relationship is going to have the same energy when you're not being vulnerable to the people in your life? Y'all got me hot, boy. How? You can't. You can't. There's no possible way. You must be able to show compassion and love yourself in the same breath as protecting those who try to hurt you without skipping a beat. Your monster should be out chilling. The woman or the man inside of you is making all the decisions. But it's the child who is saying, do you see it? Do you see it? Ooh, do you see it? What about this? What about that? Can we do this? Can we do that? And the man is like, or the woman is like, hey, calm down. We'll get to it. Slow down, young one. I'll show you how this is done. You get to walk instead of run. You can be that person, and whenever you get your hands on it, boom, do it 100%. Give them your strength. Give them your life. Let them know that you breathe. Do it as a beast. And you don't have to apologize for shit at all, as long as you don't hurt you or no one else. And for those who don't know what it means to hurt someone else, don't worry, the universe got you. That's why I don't give adults those second chances. Oh, you don't know what to do? Well, shit, sound like a personal problem. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You was grown before I met you, baby. You'll be grown after. I would reach to teach, show the truth path, rise from the ashes. Yes, that's the type of talk I like. I'm seeing that is apparently what they were saying to me. Thank you, Amber. What part is that, Janice? Do you believe that maybe some people are meant to be single or loners, etc.? If you breathe, you're not meant to be single. If you're alive right now, you're watching this live, you're not single. What's happening is that you're not in the relationship you desire. I would challenge each one for an hour for free. Should you not? Because I love to talk that much. I wish I could see y'all and ask you, what is it you desire, Sar? That relationship, as soon as you tell me what it is you desire, you'll start manifesting it. But the trick is to get you to believe in more in you than you do in me. Once you believe in you, that thing you manifested, that man will show up because he can feel your energy from miles away, all the way across the world. So if you are alive and you're single, you want to be single. If you're in an abusive relationship, you want to be in an abusive relationship. If you're in a loving relationship, you want to be in a loving relationship. This excludes those men and women who are being forced. I'm talking about bodies being taken, things are happening against their will. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people who get to make decisions. You don't understand, Kyle. I got money. Man, I've known people to take their last few $100s, get on a one-way trip to BFE, we call that buttfuck Egypt, and be like, I'm out. For those who understand what the old greats used to do, they would take sabbaticals and go off in the mountains. for months to years, coming up with ideas and new concepts, ways to be able to focus on their energy and keep their own sanity and not hear the voices of others. Do I believe that people are meant to be single? No, ma'am. Not at all. I believe people are meant to do whatever they want to do. If you want to harm someone, it's unfortunately the truth. You can do that too. And so if you're a man that believes in God, a woman that believes in God, then you'd be a fool to say that evil's not real. And so no matter what realm of dimension you think of, when I learned that people can be harmful because of what I endured as a child from infancy till 38, I've learned that everything is possible. Does that make sense, sir? I am the Phoenix. I am love. Yes, it is. Yes, you are. Hey, Yolanda, thank you. We appreciate you being with us. I need this confirmation. No, Mimi, thank you, love. How do you begin to pull away from friends with an intentions? How do you begin to pull away from friends with an intention of love? Are you talking about like changing your friends or they're being nasty or something like that? I am grateful and thankful for you. Thank you, Janice. Oh my gosh, I just had deja vu. I hope it's good deja vu, Marie. You are unconditional love. 369, I saw that. Thank you. I've been vulnerable. He wasn't. All right, so let's use Janice's statement. 369, I saw that. Thank you. I've been vulnerable. He wasn't. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say words have power, check this out. Everything was good until you said he wasn't. Why do you have to put that in there? You feel like you need to identify